Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have something super cool to show you guys. This box just arrived from Amazon. Let's go ahead and open it and see what's in. Here is a look inside of the box before we go ahead and take it out. As you can see, it is nicely packaged inside of there. All right, this is what it looks like. We're gonna open it up. Kind of feels like a secret treasure. And I bet you guys are wondering, Valerie, what is this that you have for us today? Well, upon my perusing on Amazon late at night, I came across this really unique vessel. I love tea, coffee appliances. I've just always been that way. And I came across this one. This is supposed to be a portable tea and coffee percolator. Yes. So I wanted to try it out because it looked interesting. It is by the brand, I believe it's called Imigoo, something like that. So I've not opened it. I'm doing all this for the first time with you guys. So we've got the unit, we've got the cord happening, we've got a nice carrying case because again, it's supposed to be portable. And we have our instruction manual. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual unit itself first. All right, so on the front, we do have a panel. Seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward, on and off function. It is flat. It doesn't make a noise or like a clicky button, so I'm assuming it's like touch screen. The bottom looks like this. So if you guys want to know wattage or anything like that, there's a sticker on the bottom and a quality certificate, which is pretty impressive. I've never actually seen anything hand wrote on the bottom like that. We have 3 silicone feet that will keep the unit still. We've got a mysterious hole. Not sure what's going on with that. On the side, as you can see, we've got where we're going to plug the unit in. That's Kitty Baguette in the background if y'all hear her. This says high heat, steam, caution, anti-scalding. There is a vent hole right here. Oh, that seals tight. So we do have a silicone ring on the lid right there. All right, so inside we have our actual percolator vessel. And if y'all hear her, I realize why she's crying. My son just got home from school and is in his room with the door shut, and she does not like that. Okay, we're gonna cut this open. I'm pretty excited for this one because, you know, sometimes if I travel with Brian, you know, it'd be nice to have this in a hotel room, to be honest. I cannot stand hotel coffee and tea. It is just not my thing. It also comes with a silicone band that you can put around the unit. I'll insert a picture somewhere of the listing on Amazon, but we will go ahead and put that on so it's easier to hold. So I assume the unit is going to get somewhat warm because of that. So here is the actual percolator unit. Has a little spring. It's got a max fill line in there. I've not read through the instructions. We're just kind of looking through this together. Here's a look on the inside. I know a lot of people are going to have questions like, is there any plastic? No, that is all stainless steel. And it's pretty hard for the camera to pick up on that because it's so reflective. But inside, it says maximum 300 mil. And it looks like there's a second line down in there, maybe a minimum fill. So let's have a look through the actual directions and see what we need to do. Carry it with you, spray to extract strong coffee flavor. I love sometimes when they can't like translate things. The instructions are somewhat funny. Okay. So I'm just going to read through here. As you can tell, this is basically what we're going to do. We're going to put the accessories inside. Oh, wait, hold on. There's more steps. Don't get ahead of yourself, Valerie. Oof. Okay, so this is quite a bit of instructions here. I like to be really in depth with these in case you guys are here from Amazon so you can see what the unit is all about. Add 200 to 300 milliliters of water. Put the accessories in. Add in 10 to 25 grams of coffee into the filter basket. We're going to close the lid, connect the power cord, start the coffee making process. Multiple extraction times to easily make your own coffee. Automatic shutdown after making coffee. So I just want you guys to know that I believe in the listing, it also said you could do tea, and there are reviews saying that it worked wonderful for tea, which is why I did this. I will probably not be using this for coffee, and I'm going to tell you guys why. In my experience, anytime I have used a unit for coffee, no matter what it is, I've never been able to get the smell out. And, you know, when you're dealing with leaves, like delicate leaves, like white tea, green tea, it's just going to overpower that. I'm sure there's a way around that, but the purpose for me is to buy this for tea. But the reviews say it works wonderful for coffee as well. And you know, it gets on my nerves on Amazon reviews when you're reading through there. People will give it a bad rating because they're like, it's so small. Did you not read? Did you not see that it's 300 mils? Like, come on, y'all. Get with it. All right, so it's 300 mils, which I think for a travel percolator is pretty nice. You know, I think that's going to be, you know, a respectable size for the unit and everything like that. So I think we pretty much got what we need to do. A lot of times you're going to boil the water first. I'm actually going to go wash the unit. When I come back, we're going to brew up some tea. I think we're going to do a black tea and see what it can do. The reviews, you guys know, if I find anything informative in the directions, I like to point that out. So here it says that water scale, commonly known as water rust, water alkali, can show up in the container after hard water is boiled. It says basically you can get rid of this with lemon juice and vinegar. So just throwing that out there. That's pretty much the only interesting thing I saw on this. So yeah. All right, so everything is clean. It's ready to go. I put the silicone sleeve on there. We're going to be using the Nina Paris. I cannot pronounce that as I am Southern. So we say the des Angie. I don't know. I'm not French. So this one is actually a really nice strawberry tea. Oh, if you guys could smell that. It's amazing. All right, so as it says, we're going to put in, oh, okay. So that spring action is so that can go down. I would say for 300 mils, since it's going to boil it, I think a teaspoon, you know what? I'm using just a standard teaspoon. This one's from Teabags. I'll do 1.5. 1.5. So we've got that, and let's go ahead and we're going to put our water inside there. All right. I knew something wasn't right. Let me follow the directions. Put your water in first. Maybe pour a little bit out. All right. Yeah. There we go. So the directions say pour water in first. Then put your accessories down in there. Add your tea or coffee, which we did. Put the lid. That lid really does close nice. That's very nice. Okay. Connect power cord. Check and mate. Got it right here. Oh, I hope you guys are excited for this because I am. Okay. Boom. Putting in the power cord. This unit does feel really nice. I just want y'all to know it does not feel light. It does not feel cheap. So we're going to plug this in. All right. Due to how my desk is set up, I had to turn it. I plugged it in. Here is the screen that we have. I'm still following the directions, y'all. I'm trying here. Connect power cord and start the tea making process. Press on. Oh, it is touchscreen. Press on. And 21. Oh, it's telling me in Celsius. Coffee. Coffee 2. Tea. Okay. Oh, you know what? The first one is BW. It's boil water. I think coffee, coffee 2, and tea. So I'll choose tea setting. And while it's doing that, I'll read through right here while it's doing its thing. I hope it does its thing. Over here, I'll just be reading over here. It says, press the function key when the power is on. Each time you select a function, you can choose boil water, temperature control, coffee 1, coffee 2, tea function. In turn, the display shows the T5 function. I can already hear. Can y'all hear that? Something is happening. Oh yeah, I can feel it. Can we see anything? It's supposed to percolate through the top. I've got you guys up here so we can see when it starts percolating. Play around with. It does actually give the exact temperatures it will come to. It basically says we just have to go into temperature control and select it, and it says it will hold it for 12 hours. That's a little extreme for this amount of liquid, but whatever, it's there. Something is definitely happening. Oh, it is doing it, but you can't see because it's fogged up. Don't do this at home. Oh, it's definitely boiling in there. Again, I thought we would be able to see, but we cannot. But it's percolating down in there. Oh. The unit itself is warm, but not hot. It is nice for the silicone sleeve. I assume maybe if you boil water, it'll get hotter. So maybe we'll try that as well. It's still going. My mom loves percolators. She collects old vintage percolators. And it's funny because, can y'all hear it? It like makes a bubbling noise. That's totally what this is doing. Oh, I can smell the tea now. Oh, that smells so good. If this part bores you, you can most definitely fast forward. I just want to show that it is percolating. It is working in there. Oh, it smells really good. Oh, now it says 4. We do have some steam at the top. A lot of percolating action. This is so cool. This would be very homey, like if you travel. Very, very nice. Or maybe even an RV and you don't have a lot of space. Or in a dorm room, maybe for a college student. This would be wonderful. That's so nice. I am like geeked out. I love tea and coffee appliances. This is so cool. I do want to show this in the diagram because it was a little confusing. Y'all hear it? So cool. We got a lot of steam happening. Oh, we're down to 3. So I guess that's like a countdown timer. I assume 5 is 5 minutes. Like once it comes up to temperature, it's going to boil it for 5 minutes. Nice. Okay, cool. If y'all hear that noise, that's our guinea pigs. Really like that LED display too. This is fancy, y'all. Oh, this tea smells so good. It's a black tea with a strawberry base on it. So, sorry, one-handed. There's the ingredients. Black tea, strawberry, pieces, strawberry, and vanilla flavor. Ugh. And like in this percolator, it smells so good. Okay, so we're down to a 1. I have quite a bit of condensation building up on that inner lip there, so pretty sure that's why they put that big of a warning on the top. Okay, so the unit now, yeah, that's it's not unbearable, but could I hold it to even pour? Probably not. As you can see, so the screen cleared itself, so I can still hear it percolating a little bit. According to this, it says it will hold it for 5 minutes, so we're going to wait and see. Incorrect. Sorry, there are so many directions on this, so we're just learning this together. When making tea, the default time is 5 minutes, which is what we did. So if you just choose tea, it's just going to do a standard 5 minutes. It tells you how to go in and program it to choose 2 to 15 minutes depending on the tea. Auto shut off after making tea shows the double line. So this one is, it just auto shut off there. What I want to try next, it basically is the temperature control aspect, because it says you go in, you choose your temperature, and it tells us how to do that, and the holding time is 12 hours. So I'm curious to see, is that really like a warming time, or is it like a memory, you know, like you come back? It's kind of vague on that. So I think we're going to check that out. For everyone who's watching for the coffee, this is the coffee times. Coffee 1 is for light roast or medium roast. It'll do about 210 seconds. And then coffee 2 is for darker roast. It's about 270 seconds. Highly recommended traditional burr grinder for perfect coarse ground coffee. I did read that in the review saying that you kind of want a coarser ground coffee, because if it's super fine, it may not be able to filter it all out. Shut down. Anytime, any program, long press, 5-second function key to shut down. Okay, so let's just say Like, okay, that's a function. It says 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does say maximum water level for coffee or tea is 300, minimum 200. So basically, you can do 500 mils if it's just water, no percolator, but otherwise, that's going to be your levels. All right, so we are going to pour. Oh, I had it turned to the side. Let's see if that works. On the listing, it said no need to remove the percolator, that it will filter it out. And I would say that's very true. I do not see any tea leaves yet. Yeah, look, that is quite a bit. I saw where someone said it was a very little amount. Now, you would get 200 more mils if you just boiled water. So say you need it for like baby formula or warm a bottle or something like that. You would get way more than, oh my goodness, this tea smells good. You would get way more than that. And look, it did a really, really nice job. And I was actually able to hold it by the unit, not necessarily the silicone band around it. So that is a huge, nice cup of tea. I think it did a great job. I'm going to test it and we are going to see how it actually did. It's pretty warm, so I'm going to give it a minute and we're going to test. All right, y'all, it's been just a few minutes. I like my tea hot anyway. The hotter the better, right? So let's go ahead and have us a little taste. You guys, that is nice. That does not taste bitter, does not taste overbrewed. And that is a black tea that boiled for 5 minutes. Very, very nice. And I think the people who reviewed and said, you know, hey, this is great for tea, thumbs up. Like, I would agree. So I'm going to enjoy this cup. I'm actually going to clean the unit out. We're going to come back and we're going to set a temperature. All right, guys, I am back. I've cleaned this unit and I do want to tell you that cleaning this thing was so super easy. I mean, it just cleaned up like a dream. So I always love that. Like, I don't want messy cleanup. So this thing was super easy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play around with the temperature function, but we're just going to do, for the purpose of this video, the instructions I've read through does not show what the minimum and the max line is. Okay. So I did get a measuring cup. So as you can see, there's one line that says max, then it says 300, then there's a second line. So this is in fact just right at 300 mils of water. So just to clarify, that maximum line is 300 tops. Now it said we could do 500 mils if we're just going to boil. So I'm going to actually measure in another 200 mils. Look at me getting all sciencey and stuff with y'all. Come on now. I am that kind of Asian. Okay. It said we could do this. So I'm measuring per what it said. All right. Now you can see. So, oh yeah. So it's right at the top. So we're just going to leave that like that. All right, everyone. So just remember, you got to measure your 500 mils. I'm going to put that on. We are going to plug her in. I say her because it could be a her. All right, we are going to learn how to do this temperature display. Okay, I'm following these directions. Okay, and following the directions over here, it says that we should be able to press TC. Oh, let's boil. TC. Press that. Nope. There we go. Okay, and I want to choose 158 degrees, which is supposed to be 70 Celsius. So all I did is choose temperature control. Then I long press that for a few seconds. And then these are the options it gives you. So in Celsius, you can do 42, 55, 70, or 75, which is about 107 Fahrenheit, 131, 158, 167. Yep. There it goes. It's starting to heat up. All right, everyone. So it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, to be honest. It's right at 70 degrees. No beep or anything. And this translates to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's take a look. I don't hear any percolating noises, but it obviously is warm down in there. I'm actually going to take the lid off and let's take a look. The outer container is warm. As you can see down in there, yeah, there's some steam. Oh yeah, that's pretty warm. So we're actually going to take it up to a boil and see what happens. Before we move on to the just boil feature, I have been sitting here for 5 to 10 minutes and it is keeping it warm. It will drop down to 69. Sometimes it shoots up just like to 71. It's trying to keep it right in that range. So I think it's like, you know, intermittently in there trying to keep it right at 70, as you can see. But according to the manual, it says it will hold this for 12 hours. So I'm not going to time for 12 hours, but this feature has been working perfectly. According to the manual, it will only do this if you do a custom temperature setting. So not if you choose coffee 1, coffee 2, or tea 5. Now we're going to go into the boil feature. We should be able to choose boil water. It enters into a working state is what they call it within 5 seconds. So as you can see, it's at 70 degrees. It should go straight into boiling now. And wow, did y'all hear that? Like instantly. This thing is so cool. It is a little powerhouse. And I'm going to be putting this to some major use because, you know, when I order something off Amazon, I really put it to the test in the first 30 days so that if there is an issue, I can return it. You know, I'm not past that window of return. So I'm going to be using this a lot. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram if you don't. I am literally on Instagram almost every day because it's fast, it's easy, and that's how most people get in contact with me over there. But that is pretty cool. Now, remember on the boil feature, it's going to just auto shut off. It's not going to maintain that temperature. It's only going to do that if you do a custom temperature setting. After many snafus of trying to cut corners and not read the whole instruction manual properly, I can tell you guys, just read the instruction manual or watch this video. It did take some trial and error to figure it out, but once you do have it figured out, it is pretty easy. Wow, listen to that. I mean, it is getting it in there. I know you guys probably can't see down in there, but it is boiling. This item is set to Celsius. There was not any instructions on how to permanently change that to Fahrenheit. It does have the Fahrenheit conversion in the manual, so you'll just have to kind of, you know Celsius if you're in the US. If you're not, then lucky you. And I think that it took a little bit longer on the custom temperature setting because, first of all, I had 500 mils of water as opposed to 300. So it probably, and it took 5 or 6 minutes. So it probably wouldn't have even taken that long if I would have just been doing a tea or a coffee. It's about to hit that pretty quick. As you can see, we do have some steam happening as well. Oh yeah, it's really getting it. I don't think I would recommend doing 500 mils because look, it was somewhat sputtering out of the top, which kind of scared me for a minute. That was actually kind of scary. I don't think I would do quite 500 mils, guys. I think I would do like a touch under. So it did come up to temperature and then it shut off. I mean, nothing came out, but you know, it was pretty close to it. So I think next time I would do, you know, like I said, maybe 480, just a little bit less to give it a little room. But there we go. So that is the boil only feature. My final thoughts on this gadget. I like it. I'm going to be using it very thoroughly. I think this would be a very awesome Christmas gift, especially to any beverage lover, any college student, anyone that travels. Even for offices, you know, I used to work in an office. This would have been perfect to have right in my cubicle. So I think all the above, it's great. I will update you guys in the comments if there are any issues. So for now, I'm going to continue using it. I'm going to put it to the test and see what happens. And if you guys want to buy this, I'll leave the link down below. Like I said, it's fairly newer. You know, I just came across it. I think it's super cool. So remember, like and subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming to you guys soon, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Bye.